We both have our own businesses. We
Yeah.
both have our own other things in conjunction with this.
Mm-hmm.
So we know that if I see you on another platform doing commentary, I'm not jealous about it. You know why? Because you're talking about something totally unrelated. And if you see me, it's unrelated. Like, I'm a coach. I got, other stuff going on. So it's like, and I know you have the clothing business, stuff like that. So it's like that was an opening for her to promote her clothes or promote this or promote her, anything. Dude, do you? Because long as we're here together on this, it's going to be successful. As long as we're doing what we said we're going to do together on our venture, on our joint
Mm-hmm.
venture, it's going to be successful. But you can't be jealous or upset because somebody else is doing something else and it just so happened to be successful or taken off as well.
Yeah.
Don't get mad.
Yeah.
Keep working. That's it. Keep working.
And I feel like you really should be supportive of that person and what they're doing, because there may become a time and a place in that venture that they've created for themselves that has an opportunity for you. But if you over here pouting, crying and carrying on, or acting out of character, or let me just say acting within your character,
Your
then
character.
right, then I may look at you like, maybe I should look elsewhere, because I don't you weren't celebrating me when I needed to be celebrated. You weren't
Right.
cheering for me when you were supposed to. You were actually trying to destroy what it was I
Right.
have, or what it is I have going on. You
And
and
then
I
too, go ahead. I'm
go,
sorry. No, no,
oh, I'm
go.
sorry. I was just gonna say, you and I have talked about not just this platform, but creating other things under this platform where we can
Exactly.
both win.
Win and help others win.
And all that is
Because
a
that's it.
conversation.
Conversation. And see, and the other part about just winning is that with this is the foundation.
Yeah.
When we're adding stuff to it and we're continuing on our own other ventures, Regal Media can be the production company for your own separate venture, my own separate venture, bringing in other people under it because we've created a foolproof plan on how to be successful. And
Hmm.
those are things that we can offer to the community because we've already been through the pitfalls. When we were on that platform with those other guys, okay, I shouldn't have to pay you $3,000 for you to show me how to be successful. Because if you really truly wanted me to win, I don't mind paying for mentorship. Let me
Right.
make sure that's correct. What I'm saying is, if you're not going to give me tools that I have not already done, then that is not a benefit to me. And when we both of us showed up to that, we was like, yeah, no, that ain't for us. We'll look
Right.
on somewhere else.
Yeah.
We'll look on somewhere else. And I think, you have to consider everything.
Right.
How are we both winning in this situation? Right now, we're 100% winning in this
Hmm.
situation. Oh, I was going to also mention, I also look at it like a vineyard. We're both in or a garden. We're both in the same garden. We're both tilling the ground, working the ground. So every seed that we put in is what's going to come to harvest. And if we're putting in two different seeds, it's not going to work. Right now, we're planting watermelon. We're waiting for the watermelon to come about. If you're planting watermelon and I'm right here trying to do a lemon, it's not the right soil. We're not feeding it correctly. It's two different type of fruits. It's totally separate. So
Good
when
point.
you're working together, you need to be on the same page with what you're doing, not only in your business life, in your personal life. Because if you were not a good manager of your money, I'm not a good manager of my money. We've created a relationship. The money is going to be messed up.
Hmm.
If you're not good manager of your time or whatever the situation is, you got to keep in mind it affects the other person that you're in covenant relationship partnership with. So you have to be very, very aware of who you getting in bed with.
Yeah.
Because if that person is not good on with their character, they always, I know I like to smoke 100,000%, but I'm not going out there getting arrested. Now, if it comes down to it and I need to, then I need to. But I'm not out there, with a record, with this, with that, because at the end of the day, it impacts overall, it impacts the person that you're partner with. It impacts the perception of what you're doing. Because if somebody see me and say, "Oh, well, she steal money," what you think they're going to think about you? because they say
Yeah.
what birds of a feather flock
Like,
together.
yeah.
So you have to be very careful on who you're partnering with because if if they're the total opposite of you, you can expect some repercussion. Same thing when we sow into people's lives financially. I'm planting a seed. I do not want that to come back and burn up. I don't want it. I need it to come back in the same energy and the manner that I gave it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's a
But you
lot
know
to
what?
think about.
Oh, absolutely. I
Mhm.
agree. And you know what? I want to extend that conversation just a little bit or segue. Um, what if the partnership that we have, right? Even when we venture to get support or align with other businesses or other brands, that's still a conversation that you and I have before we go externally and say, hey, we would love to partner with you or to join you or ask for your support or what have you, because you may have a different relationship with that company that we're trying to align with and have
Mhm.
some feelings or feel some type of way. So all
Or
of that is
person.
a conversation. Yeah, absolutely. All of that is a conversation that has to be had. And if you have a level of respect for that person and partnership or sisterhood or what have you, then it shouldn't be that hard. It shouldn't be hard at all.
Exactly. Exactly. Because I'm gonna bring up a situation. I'm not calling no names,
Okay.
but when we had a conversation about particular event, and I
Okay.
say, hey, keep in mind about such and such, such and such. You had never had that experience with that
Right.
company.
Right.
I had the experience with that company. Several other people had that experience with the company. You were able to make the best decision possible. But
Yeah.
as your friend, I'm letting you know that company is sometimes a little shady.
Yeah.
And you want to make sure that when you count your change when you leave, because they've been known to, try to pocket some of the money.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you have to have those open conversations because you didn't know. You
Yeah.
had never purchased from them before. I'm
Yep.
like, dude, I got it and it was rotten.
You did. You did. Absolutely. Yeah.
And so you have to have, like you said, you don't know. You may come to me and say, "Oh, no, I bought them shoes last week and they unraveled while I was walking." Okay,
Yeah.
I
And
didn't
I
know that
appreciate that
experience
too.
happened. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like no. Mm-mm.
Mhm. All right.
You like the way I
Oh,
circumvented the
yeah.
system?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. Listen, and that situation could have gone very left because
Very left.
again, I'm a different type of person. I'm very social, I'm very engaging, and I can be maybe sometimes taken the wrong way, right? And sometimes people take
Hmm.
advantage of those situations and make it seem
Yes.
as though it's something that it's really not. Right. And
Right.
apparently that was something that you may have experienced on a certain level, and you were giving me the tea, right? So that I can move accordingly, right?
Right.
And we
Yeah.
need that in business and friendships and relationships. We have to have that. Absolutely.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yep.
Because again, I don't want you to partner with somebody on a
Yeah.
business level. And I was like, I didn't hear good things about past relationships. Matter of fact, as a person, you heard of Coach Stormy.
Yeah.
Everybody has their own mixed feelings about her.
Yeah.
But when she did that whole low vibrational plate, that blew up a whole bunch of stuff. And now it's people who she worked with. I feel for publicity, it helps. However, I don't support them. His
Mhm.
name is Cardone, whatever his
Yeah.
white guy.
Grant.
Yeah, no, I don't. Me personally, I'm not saying who does what.
Mhm.